3. Still managed to peak my own. Oh.
Yep, same
I
here.
did. Isn't that the point? Isn't that what you're trying to do?
No, I fucking hate the peaking.
But then it's easy to find, isn't it?
No, because I balance the audio, and if there's peaks in it, it makes
It throws everything else off. Yeah.
Well, can't you just get that to time it and then cut it off
I can cut it off
before you balance it?
No, because I need to balance each sound individually to the same level. If I try and balance them all together, anyone who's quieter will still be quieter by the same proportion. It's a weird thing. Anyway, there we go. Oh, fuck you, Zencaster. Oh. And fuck you, Audacity, for letting me down as well.
The audacity.
The audacity of Audacity. That's it.
Yeah.
Speaking of Audacity, I'm going to go all possibly controversial now. Has anyone heard the latest interesting news about Critical Role?
I can't say I have. What we got? What's going on?
So it's possibly just their legal team. He says, trying to cover his own arse as he's saying this. But they are suing a podcast not dissimilar size to us.
Okay.
They're suing them because they are called Critical Hits.
Okay.
They're an actual play podcast, same as us. They have about the same size as us, and they are actually being sued by Critical Role's legal department.
That's quite funny.
It's fucking terrifying.
Is it? Because the names are somewhat similar, so I see the
Are
point.
they though?
Well,
Critical Hit, Critical Role.
I don't
Just
know.
because it's got the word critical in it.
Well, for them to be successful, they'll have to prove that will be the case, right?
I don't know. I mean, the trouble is with these legal things, it's usually about who has the most expensive solicitors. Or lawyers, rather.
But I mean, they still have to prove it.
You have far more confidence in the legal system
as
than
an
me.
example, was it Burger King went after some sort of smaller place in Ireland that was also called Burger King? Because I don't know if I've got this right, so apologies, Burger King, if it's not you. But yeah, it was like they tried to sue them, but basically this company had been around for a really long time. Or maybe it was the Big Macs. I can't remember. Might have been Big Mac. That sounds more like it. I'm just going to ignore all of that. That was pointless.
Well, on that kind of vein, I'm pretty sure there was like a pub in Cornwall recently that got sued by Vogue magazine because Vogue are like, I think the restaurant was called Vogue or something like that. And Vogue's legal team were like, we can't be, people might get confused. And then the landlord of the pub wrote this brilliant response. Like, I think if your readers are confused by a pub, I think maybe they're not too bright. It isn't what he said, but it was worse to that effect. And I think eventually Vogue turned around and dropped it because they realised that their legal team were just being really overzealous.
Did you say in Cornwall?
In Cornwall, yes.
How would you get... I went out to pick up a copy of Vogue magazine and then I ended up in a pub in Cornwall.
Called Vogue, yeah, or something like that.
And I was really confused.
Yeah.
See, that makes sense, but if you've got a podcast that does exactly the same thing with a similar sound name, I think there's probably something that needs to be...
So does that mean that on this show we're not allowed to say things like, "Oh, I just rolled a crit"?
No, because that's not what they're doing.
It's not our identity.
Roll the crit,
but
roll.
That's not what they're doing.
It's not our identity. It's not our name.
If we called ourselves like Critical Cartwheel, for example, I don't know. But you know what I mean. Like that would be. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a business person.
Critical bread roll.
Yeah, yeah. And we're a bakery. And
Critical
we sell
buns.
dicey bread.
Yeah.
This is exciting.
All our
So
characters are
exciting. I'm
bakers.
peaking. Let me turn myself down. Sorry, Stu.
No, that's okay. Glad you spotted it. Critical cakes.
Yeah.
go.
Critical bread roll. I like that.
But I only hope it's like somebody basically being a little bit overzealous in their legal department and they're going to back, because I get what you're saying, and I know that Critical Role do lots of like additional things like critical this and critical that, but for fuck's sake, to go after a small little podcast, a critical hit, I don't know, critical hit it within the game, it's a different thing to Critical Role. I just nah. I think it's a mistake. I think it's an error, and shout out to Critical Hit, and I'm giving you solidarity anyway, even if I'm missing.
I'm not taking sides. I'm playing devil's advocate.
Absolutely, yes.
Well, speaking of mistakes, welcome back, listeners, to Tales from the 20 Side, a Pathfinder 2nd Edition Let's Play podcast. My name is Dom. I'm your GM for this game and for many others, and I'm joined by Stu.
Hello.
I'm joined by Darren.
Hello.
I'm joined by Amy.
Hello.
And I'm joined by Asta.
Hello.
Good evening, folks. We made it to a recording after all that drama.
Yeah.
Let's go back to using Zoom.
We have. We're basically,
We're clapping now.
Yeah, we're basically
it's like
back
the
in the
Stone Ages
Dark Ages
in here.
Yeah.
But Asta got to experience the joy of a clap.
Did you see? Do you see why? Do you see why Amy gets so excited about it, Asta?
Sure.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
You join this podcast, all you get is the clap.
Yeah.
I was trying to steer us away from making that joke, but Amy's
But
done it
here
anyway.
I am
There we
making
go.
the joke.
Oh dear. I tell you what, I had a bit of a thought yesterday, and sort of on the subject of legalities and people suing people and all that sort of stuff. Obviously, we've recently changed our music for due to sort of, I guess, legal reasons, but not also not.
Fuckwittery.
Fuckwittery.
Had changed it because of fuckwittery.
But I had a thought. I had a thought that came from this. Does that, now that we have like a second theme, is it like an anime in that we're now officially in the second season because we've got a new theme?
We've been in the second season for must be 70, coming up on 80 episodes. Because I tie in the seasons to the books.
Yeah.
So season 1 is book 1.
I mean, if
season 2
you
is
go
book 2.
if you go down that route, absolutely. However, if you go down the route of Dom trying to make it funny, which has obviously gone way over the heads of yourself.
Oh, okay.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Never mind then. I'm
Don't
sure
worry,
there
Dom.
is.
I get you.
What are you banging on about, son?
Thank you, Astor. I feel validated. I knew there was I knew there was a reason I brought you on board.
Dom, it's fine because it's only the main characters that notice the season changes, right?
That's true. That's it. That's it. Oh dear.
Well, the only anime series that I've ever really watched is Sword Art Online, and from the second season, it wasn't fucking Sword Art Online anymore.
It went to
they shouldn't have
anime
called it that.
in
It went
the
to
second
some
season.
fucking gunslinger piece
Yeah.
of crap shit.
There's an art to recommending anime because you've got to understand how much an anime can. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because sometimes it goes a bit too far.
You've got to understand exactly how
art-
Japanese it is.
Yeah.
Recommending anime is pretty much stick to everything from the 80s and the 90s.
There's some good new ones.
There's some good
I
stuff
wouldn't
going on
know.
recently.
Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist is my favourite. That one's always worth it.
And they finally released the new Bleach arc. Very excited about that.
What, 10 years after the series ended?
Yeah,
Bloody
they've
hell.
they've restarted the series to finish off the final arc of the manga.
Oh wow.
Ooh,
So excited.
I may have to watch that. That was a big favourite of mine,
Yeah.
sort of, when I was in my teens.
I'd need to watch a cut without all the filler, I think.
Oh,
now.
absolutely. There's so much
Yeah.
filler. I did a rewatch a couple of years ago, and I didn't realise exactly how much of it was filler. Like, basically, 2 entire seasons were filler. And I'm like, what the fuck?
There's even more.
Yeah.
And then each episode has like a 15-minute flashback.
That's it.
So you get like 10 minutes of new content each time you watch one.
That's it. It's horrific. But there we go. Well, something that doesn't suffer from a lack of new content every time that there's an episode is our podcast. And I'm gutted that that we've already done the intro, because that would have been a great one for it. But so let's have a quick recap on where we find ourselves, folks. It's a new recording day. It's been a week or so since we were together. What happened last time we were all together?
We were Calignis.
Yeah, we died repeatedly
In strange ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think I only lost one.
Same.
Did. Yes. So some of you lost more Caligni than others. I've got to ask, folks, how did you find that little game? Playing something different to Pathfinder.
Fun.
It was so good. It was
I enjoyed
just
it.
great for a giggle, you know.
Yeah, it's nice. Obviously, I don't think you could ever do an entire campaign or something like that, because it would just get really old very, very, very quickly, I think. But as a little change of pace thing, as a way of resolving this sort of side mission I had going on, I felt it was very, very successful. I thought.
Yeah, I liked it.
I love the idea that all the silliness that happened in it, though, is canon within the story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. I mean, every time you've seen the Caligni creepers, you've just heard them giggling, and now you know why.
That means that Guy Rickman is still out there somewhere, cutting up people's hearts with a spoon.
Guy Rickman has the capacity to decapacitate someone. Is that the right word?
Decapacitate. I like that as a word, though. That's a great little spoonerism.
Yeah. What was it meant to say?
Decapitate.
Decapitate. There we go. Oh, words are hard. Because he's got a name.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I like that.
Cool. Awesome. So yeah, in terms of the action, what's happened? What are we about to dive into here, folks?
Ooh.
So we've finally thought of the children, and the Caligni have got the children out safely from Logrovich's tower, so we can go in and fuck shit up.
Indeed. Exactly. Remind me, folks. I remember the plan. So how exactly are you going to fuck shit up in the tower?
So Dela is in the tower, having snuck in with the Caligni.
That's true. That's very true.
And the gang are outside the tower, waiting for a signal from Dela. I'm not sure if we agreed what the signal would be, actually thinking about it. Anyway, and then Alwyn has this adamantine sword that we believe is going to be strong enough to cause some mischief to the mechanical gearwork of this tower, and the hope is to bring it down, maybe with the dragon in it. That would be good.
That would
Jump up the gears.
Yeah, it'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
So that's the plan. As to if we execute said plan, that's another question.
That is always the question. Well, should we find out exactly how well that plan survives contact with the enemy?
Go on then.
It's contact with the party that I worry about.
Right.
Fantastic.
My dice. I'm ready to roll.
Good. Oh wait, can't say the word roll. Critical roll come down on us. No, I'm joking. All right then, folks. So we'll come straight back into the game. So Dela, having just bid farewell to your Caligni allies, you find yourself standing in the kind of antechamber, the sort of porchway to the entrance of the tower. The doors to your left and your right are the doors through which you entered and rescued the children from with your Caligni allies. There is a dead mirror man on the floor in front of you, Dela, smashed. Its face smashed by one of your diminutive friends. You can see that the body itself lies limp on the ground, sort of covered in these hooded rags. The flesh of the skin is pale, gaunt, and very, you can see veins quite clearly popping out from it. At the top of the head, where the mirror was, you see nothing but the inside of a hollowed out skull. And perhaps of most interest to you, you can see that on the ground next to the mirror man, you can see there is a golden longsword.
Ooh. Tella's obviously going to pick that up.
That's it.
It's gold.
Yeah, you pick it up and you have a golden longsword, Dela.
Yeah. Is it gold as in like in some cases where gold is an upgrade and it means that it's better, or is it gold as in real life gold, which is soft and useless as a fighting thing?
As you pick it up, Dela, you get the sense that this is a pretty sturdy looking longsword. However, and it was certainly used to great effect against some of your Caligni brethren. However, as you pick it up and you inspect it, Dela, you get the sense the sword is probably gold plated rather than actually made of gold.
Yeah.
However, as you pick it up, it does have a slight magical tingle to it.
Ooh. Tingle. Well, that means nothing to me. So I'll carry on.
That's it.
So, what Dela's doing that it doesn't really translate well is that she's like in her mind going, "Hello, can anyone hear me? Hello," because she remembers that Ryden's meant to get in contact with her, but she's got no idea how that's working.
That's it.
But she doesn't want to anyway. So she's doing that, and she's going to try and. So I've got 2 doors to my left and right, which is the one where the kids were.
Yes. So the door to there's kind of 4 doors around you in this chamber. You know, Dela, that the door to the south leads out into the courtyard and then outside properly.
Okay.
The door to your left is the barracks where you know there were 2 trolls sleeping. That's where you entered the tower from with the Caligni. The door to the north is the staircase that leads up to the next level of the tower, and the door to the right is the door into the armoury, where you bypass the troll and the trollhound to get into the prison and rescue the children.
Okay, cool. I will go then to the door in the court towards the courtyard.
Yep.
To open that up quietly.
All right. Okay, Dela. So as you get to the door itself, you sort of try it, and you find that this door is locked.
Oh no.
They've learned from last time, they locked the front door.
No. Okay. I'm going to whip out my thieves' tools.
Alright.
And see if I can have a little jiggle with this lock.
Go for it. Let's have a thievery roll for Dela.
That is a 25.
25, easy enough. It takes you a short moment as you know. It's been a while since Dela's picked any kind of locks. I think it takes you a second to get the muscle memory back. But after a short second, you hear a click as the door lock releases, and just about this point in time, as that door is releasing. Dela, you hear a voice in your head. Ryden, what does Dela hear?
How's it going? Are you ready yet? We're waiting. You can reply to this message.
You're waiting? I've been calling for ages. What have you been doing?
There's no response. It's just indignant silence.
All right. So, what does Ryden tell the rest of the group? So, Amos and Alwyn, yourself and you guys and Ryden are holed up in one of the alleyways where you had previously concealed yourselves before you went into the tower the first time. So, yeah, Ryden, you have this telepathic conversation with Dela. Are you saying anything to the rest of the group?
Sounds like she's ready for us.
Okay, is Chardonnay alright?
I'll find out. I cast another message. How's Chardonnay? Are you sure you're ready? Do you need more time?
I assume Chardonnay is with me.
Yes, Chardonnay is with you.
Okay.
He's been conveniently invisible for the purposes of plot.
He was covered in soot. We couldn't see him.
Very stealthy. Very stealthy.
Okay. Chardonnay is fine. You can tell Alwyn not to worry, and I've unlocked the door. Over.
Oh dear, I really need to teach people how that spell works. Chardonnay's fine, and the front door's open.
Oh, right. Shall we?
We shall.
Owen will, with rapier and shield at the ready, head towards the door.
Okay, so I think I will say, as this is kind of taking place in the daytime, let's have stealth rolls from Alwyn, Amos, and Ryden, so you can get across that busy street without being noticed.
28.
30.
30. Wow.
19.
Ryden, what you got? 19. Okay. Okay. Should have done this one first.
Fortunately, Ryden's not on the wanted poster.
That's true. It can't possibly be the same group of people. They got someone new with them.
Yep.
Yeah, this one hasn't got a dog.
Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, so as the three of you receive the go ahead from Dela, you sort of peek out of the car of your alleyway onto the street itself. You can see it's quite a busy day. The sky is probably about as clear as it ever gets in Irison. You don't quite see the blue, but you do see the sun poking through. Small breaks in the overcast sky. It's a very crisp day. Probably no rain or anything on the way as far as you can tell. But as you step into the street itself, it's quite busy this morning. There's quite a lot of foot traffic toing and froing across the road in front of you, and you using this to your advantage, you begin to nimbly navigate your way through the crowds. And just as the three of you get to the door to the Clocktower, you spot, moving away from you, you spot a patrol of Winter Guard just turning a corner and disappearing. Seems like you dodged a bit of a bullet there. The three of you find yourselves outside the door to the Clocktower. You sort of let yourselves in through the bone picket fence. Obviously, the two sort of wooden statues that had previously flanked the path up to the doorway have now been cleared away. Although you can still see remnants of your battle littering the courtyard. You can see sort of fragments of wood all across the path. A couple of sort of small blood stains and drops of blood that have dried on the ice and the snow. And yeah, you find yourselves in front of the door. What do you do?
Yeah, open the door.
Yeah, the door creaks open. Dela, you see the door open before you, and perhaps bracing yourself for a troll or something to come through and discover you. You are pleasantly surprised when you see your companions.
Yay.
Hello.
You made it. The kids are safe.
Good.
I know you care more about Chardonnay. But he's fine too.
So everybody makes their way inside the tower. Alwyn, Amos, and Ryden the first thing you notice is that in this room where Dela is, you see the crumpled form of what is clearly one of Elvana's mirror men. Shards of broken glass littering the floor around it.
We lost a few. I don't think so. The majority of them survived.
Acceptable losses, right?
Yeah.
As Otto would say.
Yeah. Right, shall we head on up?
Yeah, so I think the trolls are in that one, and I'll point to where the trolls are, because I don't remember which way that is. So we just want to go upstairs, yeah?
Yeah, it was going upstairs. Absolutely.
Treat as quietly and stealthily as possible.
Yeah, we're not speedrunning it this time.
Okay, as you begin to move towards the staircase leading up to the next level of the tower, you hear footsteps coming toward the door on the right, accompanied by what you hear to be the loud sort of clanking of a chain. And you hear something being mumbled. What languages does everyone speak?
Ooh, common and halfling.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone speaks Draconic.
Uh-huh.
Common and Elven.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Gnomish, and Sylvan.
Ooh.
Okay, so in a language that none of you understand, you hear the sound of a chain being tugged, and you hear this sort of growling, guttural voice, and whoever this individual is, they appear to be getting closer to the door. Yeah, so as mentioned, you hear this chain rattle, and you hear a slight high-pitched whimper from inside the armory. What do you guys do?
Sounds like someone's in trouble.
We can bring the whole tower down.
Yeah, but if there's someone being tortured or something, you hear that whimper. That sounds like somebody in trouble.
A second later, as you're having this conversation, the door opens and you see, stepping through it, is a large green dog-like creature that Dela, you recognise as the troll hound from a second ago. You can see a slight trail of liquid starting to leak out from between its legs, and you can see it being led by another of these blue-skinned frost trolls, and it sees the four of you in the corridor, and its hand goes for its weapon. Roll initiative.
Oh, natural 1 for 12. Getting my natural ones out the way early.
Oh, I got a 1 as well.
Oh no.
Oh, it caught me completely off
Can I
guard.
balance this by saying I got a natural 20?
Amazing.
So 13 for Dela.
Okay, so anybody get over 25?
Nope.
Okay, 25 to 20?
20.
20.
22.
So Ryden, you add your perception bonus to that.
I'm so sorry, that's a 29.
29 for Ryden.
I forgot how this game works.
That's quite alright. That's quite alright. It has been a while, and we have played a completely different game system in between. Sorry, Amos, what was yours?
22.
22 for Amos, very nice. Dela, what did you have?
13.
13 for Dela, and for Alwyn?
12.
12 for Alwyn. Wow. Taylor, two halves on the initiative there. Okay, so I can tell you, acting first in this encounter is this troll. Although he seems a bit sleepy, seeing you in the hallway seems to snap something into action, and you see he releases the chain. It drops to the floor with a loud clatter. Asgar Thuk thunk, and he points in your direction. As he drops the chain, this large green trollhound snaps and slavers and begins to rush towards you. However, before it takes its turn, the troll is going to use its first action to draw quite a sharp-looking hatchet from its belt. His second action, he's going to stride into this into the room itself, and for his third action, he's going to bring the axe down onto Dela.
Lovely.
And he rolls a 17 to hit Dela.
Nope. Miss.
So, yeah, as this troll lumbers into the room, lifts the axe up, telegraphs it way too much. Dela, you slip between its legs, and there is a slam of steel into stone as the axe hits the ground. That's going to end its turn. It's Raiden.
How close is the troll and the hound from me currently?
So, just to paint the scene. So, Alwyn, Raiden, and Amos are currently next to these large double doors. Directly in front of you, Raiden, is Dela and Chardonnay, and directly beyond them is this troll. Some way off to the right hand side, back through one of these sets of doors, you have this green troll hound that is springing towards you. In terms of distance, the troll is 10 feet from you. The dog is 20 feet from you.
Okay. I'm going to charge some magic between my fingers. Starts to spark a little violently before I fling this sort of sickly green, almost looks like acid, at the this frost troll, and I'm going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement.
Ooh, very nice. Talk to me about Ray of Enfeeblement.
I'll need a Fortitude save.
Fortitude save for the troll. That's a pretty big number. What's your spell DC?
22.
22. Okay, okay. 29 on the save, so it is a success, but not a critical success.
Okay, with a success, it still gains Enfeebled 1.
Ooh, that's very nice. So Enfeebled is a condition, which I believe reduces its strength. Basically reduces its strength by 1.
Oh, I apologise, I actually need to make a ranged spell attack with that as well as the Fortitude save. But that is a natural 20.
Oh, amazing. Fantastic.
Spell crit.
Yeah.
That's incredible. So a couple of things happen here. So because the hit was a critical hit, not only do you get a spell crit, that also makes his save 1 degree worse. So that goes from a success to a failure.
That becomes Enfeebled 2.
It's really, really good. And in terms of the crit card, let's see what you get.
Ooh.
Interesting reaction.
Decapitate.
Not in a spell crit.
There are spell crits that can do that though.
Oh, good.
Okay, so as Raiden sort of shoots this ray out towards the target, Asta, roll a d4 for me.
Okay. That is 3.
Uh-oh.
That's a 3, okay. So as this ray streaks out towards the target, you hit the troll centre mass, square in the chest, and you watch. For a second, you see its muscles weakening as it has to work a bit harder to heft the axe. It's lifting the axe to get up again to slam it onto Dela, and then the troll vanishes.
Oh.
Oh.
The troll vanishes.
Wow.
I don't mind. Actually, I'm not going to tell you what happened. I think because you might find out shortly, and it might be interesting. The rest of you watch as Ryden just deletes this troll in front of you. It's like it's gone. There's no sign of it whatsoever. Ryden, you've got an action left.
I'd like to use my last action to just be confused.
Excellent. You are confused. That's the correct response here, I think.
That's me.
Oh dear! You don't have time to be that confused because a second later, with the snapping of jaws and the soft sound of liquid trickling onto stone, as this trollhound begins to fully relieve itself, it sprints through the doorway and gets right up to Amos, Dela, and Ryden. And it is going to, for its second action, it is going to make a Jaws attack against you, Ryden, as your it seems to be running directly for the door, and you are in its path.
Sure.
That's 22 to hit, Ryden.
That is, I believe, my AC.
Okay.
Liberating step.
Excellent. So Alwyn's using his reaction to do liberating step. For Ryden's benefit, as Asa hasn't heard this before, what does this do, Stu?
Liberating step it's triggered when an enemy grabs or grapples an ally or damages an ally, and both within 15 feet of me.
Yep, they both are.
If you grabbed, you get an opportunity to basically escape again. But most importantly, when you're damaged, you gain resistance equal to 2 plus my level. So that's going to be 8.
8, very nice. So you would have taken there Ryden, from that nasty bite. It would have been 14 points of piercing damage. However, with Alwyn's intervention, that is reduced to 6 points of piercing damage. However, as the trollhound bites into you, Ryden, you feel a sensation course through your body. It's like your blood is burning and boiling within your veins. Please make a fortitude save.
29.
29. I can tell you, is a critical success against this effect. You feel this sensation wash through your body. You start to get a little bit feverish, and as you breathe for a second, you find that the sensation passes and subsides.
And if I can, I would like to use my reaction as well.
Absolutely.
I would like to cast Blood Vendetta.
Excellent, I love it.
That will be a will save, please.
Will save on the Trollhound. Oh, that is a 17.
My DC is 22.
So that's a regular failure.
So the target takes the full persistent bleed damage. Until the bleeding stops, the target has weakness 1 to piercing and slashing damage.
Oh,
and
very nice.
You are good, but it's going to take 2d6 persistent bleed damage.
Perfect. So the way that persistent damage works, persistent damage triggers at the end of a creature's turn. So just make a note that it has persistent bleed damage.
Sure.
When it finishes its turn, which will be very shortly, it takes that 2d6, and then we see if it stops bleeding. As all of this happens very, very quickly, Ryden, you find yourself on the ground. As part of a hit, it uses its last action to use knockdown, and it knocks you prone.
Okay.
So Ryden is prone. However, you can see this creature is now hasn't even been hit, but it is just pouring blood. Roll 2d6 for me as it ends its turn.
Oh. Double sixes.
Amazing.
Ooh, wow.
And it continues to bleed as this happens. End of its turn, we are round to Amos.
Okay. I'm going to try and 1-inch punch this fucker.
Yeah, go for a 1-inch punch.
Punch him for an inch of his life.
28.
28 against a Trollhound is a critical hit, Amos.
Oh.
So roll your damage with all your d6s and then double it.
Oh, bet they wish they didn't walk out of that room.
3 dice.
What you got, Darren?
I rolled 2 8s and a 6.
2 8s and a 6. Bloody hell! Wait, is your damage dice a d8 now?
No, it's a 6.
How did you get 8 on a 6? Oh, with your strength mod. With strength mod.
Yeah.
So I was really confused for a second there. Sorry.
So am I now.
Yeah. So 2 8s and a 6. Lovely.
We don't do math good.
With 1-inch punch, do you add your strength to each dice, or is it just the once?
With sneak attack, can I add my strength to each dice?
You can, because your strength is 0. So
It's 1.
oh, it's 1 now. Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, you can't. No, you can't.
Oh.
1-inch punch. Just reading it. Bear with me.
I think I only rolled 2 dice.
Oh no! If you, I mean, it depends how many actions you're spending. Like, are you using all 3 actions to do this?
Oh yeah, I was using all 3.
Yeah. In that case, it is 3d6, but you only add your strength once because it's 1 hit.
Oh, okay. So 8, 4, and then 2.
12, 14. Still 14 points. Not bad.
And then doubled because it was a crit.
For 28 points of damage. Very nice.
Ruined.
You sock this Trollhound in the jaw. You see one of its teeth disappears into its face. Kind of as you strike it that hard, Amos. You do actually start to see that tooth where you pushed it into the face. The face starts to very rapidly heal and push that back out again.
Oh.
But that's going to end Amos's turn. It's Dela.
Yay, I can do something. Right, how far away is this beastie from me?
The beastie is directly next to you, Dela.
Wonderful. I don't have to do anything to get to it.
From where you currently are, you would not have flanking against it. However, if you were to take a step, basically diagonally up and to your right, you would flank with Amos.
Yes, I will do that. Does that count as a move? Yeah.
That's a single action. It's a step action.
Cool. Wonderful. And then I am going to stab it with my pointy +1 rapier.
Right. Okay. Roll the attack.
And that is a 25.
25 is a hit there, Dela. Roll damage with sneak attack.
With sneak attack. No. I roll a d8, don't I? 6.
D8 for the rapier, yes.
D8, yeah. So 15 plus 1, 2, 17 total.
17 points of damage. Very, very nice. Stab in with the rapier. The hound looks like it's about to fall over, but you quickly see this this injury you've created. Almost as soon as you've withdrawn the blade, you can see it starting to knit itself back together.
Oh, I'm not having that again. I'll attack it again. With not as good. 6. 21.
21 is enough to hit. This creature is it's a big, lumbering mass of blubber and muscle. And
just to backseat drive a moment, you've probably already included it, but it's vulnerable to piercing at the moment.
That's right. So it takes an extra point of damage, I believe.
Did you add that? Because I did not.
I can add it now.
Okay, so this one does 6, 9, 10.
10 points. Very nice. Okay, and again, you strike in Dela with a wound that surely should be a killing blow. You see the trollhound sort of staggers on its feet. Its legs give out for a second, and then it stands right back up again.
Can you make this one disappear?
End of Dela's turn. It is Alwyn.
Alwyn is still looking aghast at Ryden. So impressed. So glad you're not evil. Can Alwyn get in? I know. I know Ryden is prone at the moment, but can Alwyn get into a flanking position?
Yes. I mean, he'd have to sort of squeeze past Dela to do so.
I mean, assuming Dela's not going to stop him.
Okay.
It's not my turn.
That's it. She couldn't if she wanted to.
I'll definitely do that.
Alright, so Alwyn, as you push past Dela to get around the trollhound, it is going to take an attack of opportunity at you.
Of course it is.
And it's going to attempt to bite you.
Of course it is.
That is a 23 to hit.
Of course it does hit.
Excellent. 23 to hit. So that is going to be 16 points of piercing damage.
Oof.
And I need you to make a fortitude saving throw, please, Alwyn.
Lava. 31.
31. Again, you also feel this white hot sensation course through your body as though your blood is boiling. But you shrug it off, you grit your teeth, and you suffer no additional effects, you think. But you've managed to get there. You are now in flanking position with Ryden.
Right. I'll take a stab at it with my +1 striking rapier.
Yeah, alright.
That is a total of 28.
28 is a critical hit, Alwyn.
Good-o! Total of 15. Well, that'd be 16 because of the vulnerability. Or is that doubled as well?
I don't think you double vulnerabilities because that's okay. Kind of applied afterwards.
Okay. So yes, total of 15 on the dice. Well, and modifiers.
Yep.
And doubled. Yeah.
Yep.
So 16.
16 total.
Yeah.
How did you get an odd number from a double dice for a doubled roll?
I rolled a 1 and a 3 on the d6s.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5 on the deadly d8.
Yeah. Which you don't double. Oh, I see. I forgot about deadly. Okay. That's cool. Yep, you dive in, you stab the trollhound. It shudders and collapses once more before getting back to its feet.
Final action. Oh, what the hell. I'll try and strike it again. It's already bitten me once. And with a natural one, I shall use my hero point.
Oh, very sensible.
Not much better. Total of 15.
Total of 15. It's a miss, but not by much.
There we go. That's our win.
Okay. End of Alwyn's turn. Something happens that you don't see. Ryden, it's your turn. You are prone on the ground.
I'll use my first action to stand.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to reach out and Ryden's going to boop the snoot of this very bad dog and cast Chill Touch.
Chill Touch, very nice. Talk to me about Chill Touch.
So her hand sort of radiates this pale dark energy that sort of has tendrils of pinkish purple that spark out of it.
Okay.
And the creature needs to make a fortitude save.
Very nice. Fortitude saving throw for the troll hound. It's a natural 20, I'm afraid.
Oh.
It's a natural 20 for a total of 34. So it's a critical success. Which means I assume nothing happens. It's usually the way.
I think nothing happens.
That's usually the way with spells. If they crit succeed, nothing happens, unfortunately.
I've gone from doing something amazing to just booping the snoot of a very bad dog.
That's it.
That's me.
That's you done. Okay. End of your turn. We are round 2, the troll hound's turn. It turns on the person who last stuck it with a pointy thing. It's going to make a bite towards Alwyn.
Again.
That is 26 to hit.
That's a hit.
It's a hit, okay. Alwyn, that is 13 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need a fortitude save.
Another of those fortitude saves.
Yep.
A total of 29.
29, another critical success. It uses its second action as part of the same attack to knock you prone. And its third action is going to attempt to savage you whilst you're on the ground. Okay, it rolls really badly. It's a 17 against flat-footed.
Nope.
So you roll out the way just in time to see the jaws slam onto the deck. The bone scrapes against the stone. A horrid screech. That ends its turn. Raiden, please roll 2d6.
That is 8.
It's 8. Okay. So you watch as another gout of blood sort of drips out from the creature's body from where you hit it with the spell, and then you watch as the wounds close over and the blood flow stops. That ends its turn. It's Brother Amos.
I'm going to have a crack at a flurry of blows.
All right.
So that's a 17.
Okay.
A 20.
17 and a 20. Okay. Both. Well, the 17 is a miss. The 20 is a hit.
Okay. 9.
9. Very, very nice. And Amos, as you land your second strike, you watch as the trollhound slumps to the ground and stops moving for the time being. However, what I will say is you can still see that it's where it's taken these injuries. You can still see those injuries starting to stitch themselves back together, even though the troll is no longer moving. You've got 2 actions left, I believe.
Yes. I don't know if we just keep hitting it, will it eventually die, or is it just going to keep regenerating?
We are time limited, so if it's on the ground, maybe we should make a run for it.
That's a good idea.
I don't know.
But I might lay the boot in one last time. It is on the floor.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go on, I'll give it a quick powerful fist.
All the attack.
27.
27 is a critical hit. You thump the troll hound as it lies unconscious on the ground, and you watch as this sort of fist-shaped depression it slowly starts to recover itself. Do you guys ever get the feeling you might have forgotten something quite important?
Maybe.
There you go. Well, perhaps we'll figure out exactly what that is at a later point. Right now, it is end of Amos's turn. We're round to Dela.
Dela's gonna recall knowledge about trollhounds.
Make a either Arcana or Nature for me, Dela.
Nature. With a 28.
With 28, Dela, I can tell you that the creature you are facing here is indeed a trollhound. They are known for a couple of things. They are dogs that have been they are wargs that have been infused with the power of troll kind, granting them the famous regenerative powers of trolls themselves. You know, Dela, that this trollhound cannot be killed whilst its regeneration is active, and its regeneration can only be deactivated by acid or by fire.
Okay, I'll yell that out, and I will use my remaining 2 actions to ready an action, which will be to run towards the clock tower should the trollhound die.
Sure, alright, okay. End of Dela's turn, we're on to Alwyn.
Right, I don't have either of those. I might as well start my way up as I've got the adamantine sword. Alwyn is just going to head on up. Uses 3 actions to head up towards the clockwork.
Right. Alright. Okay, so your third action kind of gets you up to the second level of the clock tower, Alwyn. As you get to the top of this next level, there is a door on your right hand side that you've not been through yet. But as you run past it, you swear you hear something coming from the other side. Sounds like very soft singing. Na, 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 and the monkey goes jump, and the dog goes bum. La 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 la.
The dog goes what?
Boom.
You heard. You heard.
And what's the fox say?
Ding 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 ding. There we go.
They really don't.
No, I was going to attempt it, but I'll peek the microphone. You'll have a moan at me about that.
Alright. End of Alwyn's turn. Something else happens that we don't see. It's Ryden's turn.
So, I'm not sure how it works. So, how many actions would it take me to use a flint and steel to set the hound on fire?
There we go, a bit of lateral thinking, I love it. Let's have a little look. Flint and steel. Okay, it's a minimum of 3 actions here. A minimum of 3 actions, so it could take longer.
Okay, I will begin this process then.
Alright, okay. So you take out your flint and steel and you begin trying to spark it. Just roll a d20 for me, Ryden. Let's see how lucky you are.
19.
19, okay. With your first couple of strikes of the flint and steel, you get some good sparks going. You can see the skin of the hound beginning to sort of boil and blister in the presence of the fire. It doesn't ignite entirely, not just yet, but you think if you can keep going like that, it's not going to be too far behind. Right, end of your turn. It would be the troll hound, but it's unconscious, which brings us on to Brother Amos.
I don't really know what to do because I have nothing fiery or acidy I can use. And if it's just going to keep regenerating
mean, do you have anything that you could maybe start a fire with, like Ryden's doing?
Is the floor made of stone?
The floor is made of stone.
I'm sure you've got some sort of weapon you can strike against the floor.
No.
No? Didn't you buy something?
Oh wait, yeah,
fancy?
I have guitars. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have guitars.
Okay. I'll tell you what then. If you want to use your guitars to try and start a fire off the stone, let's have a survival roll from Brother Amos.
Okay. $17.
17. It's not quite doing it. You're getting a bit of scrapings off, but you think you're. You certainly think if you were to keep at this, you'll probably ignite the troll eventually. But you're also risking doing damage to your weapons as well, depending on how worried about that you are.
Let's give it another go.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go for another.
I'm not precious about these guitars. I forgot I had them, to be fair. So.
Roll survival.
$13.
Okay, 13 is also a failure, I'm afraid. Yeah, so Amos, you bend down, you start trying to scrape some sparks to help Ryden out. It's going, but it might take some time. End of Amos's turn, it's Dela.
Okay, I would like to use my flint and steel to light a torch and shove the torch on the thing.
Okay, very nice. Yes, so you light the torch, you drop it onto the trollhound. Between the three of you, you watch as the flesh starts to boil and bubble, and then after a second or so, it completely catches, and you watch as this trollhound begins to burn away in front of you. The smell is horrific, by the way.
Where's Otto when you need him?
Exactly. Who knew that having a pyromaniac with you would be so missed?
Yes.
Okay, so you're spending your entire turn doing that, Dela?
Yes, I want to make sure it's fully alight.
Right. Okay. End of Dela's turn. We're back round to Alwyn. Alwyn. First things you notice that your companions appear to have not followed you. And you also can still hear this soft, childlike singing coming from beyond the door on the right.
Okay, Alwyn's just going to let out a deep sigh and... Oh, fuck, we forgot about the singer. And then he'll open the door to the room where he's hearing the singing.
Okay, yeah, you open the door. You find... As you step through the threshold there, Alwyn, you find yourself in what looks to be another corridor. You can see at the far end of the, on your left and your right, there is a set of double doors on either side. At the far end of the corridor, you can see that there are a couple of boxes and barrels and things, and you can definitely hear that this sound is coming, perhaps from behind the barrels. And actually, as you hear this song, you hear you almost hear the clinking of sort of wood knocking against wood.
Oh, great! He's pissed. Okay, yeah, I'll go over to the barrels and see if I can extricate. All
right. Okay.
This person.
You head over to these barrels, Alwyn, and as you look over, Alwyn, you can see that sat behind these boxes, there is what looks to be a small figure, dressed in a ragged blue dress. They appear to have in their hands two small figures made of wood. One is shaped roughly like a dog, the other is shaped roughly like a monkey. You can see they're sort of knocking together as you hear this song continuing. And then you look a bit closer and you see that this small individual that perhaps you might have mistaken for a child at first glance is composed of nothing but bones that swirl around and clink together. And this individual looks up at you as you approach, and in a moment of shock and sort of being startled, this creature looks you in the eye, and with a sharp intake of breath, Granny Nan, we've got visitors! And that's where we're going to end for tonight.
Oh no.
What is going on?
Tales from the 20 Side is a Feagle Films production in association with Juicy Falls. Music by Alexander Nakarada and editing by Stu Jackson. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and Discord by searching Tales from the 20 Side, or by visiting talesfromthe20side.com.
We had a mission. We did not stick to the plan.
Yeah, but there is a singer who's innocent who we need to rescue. We forgot about.
Was there?
Yeah. This singer that Logrovich captured.
Oh, yeah.
Because he liked the singing.
I thought she did.
Well, made of bones. Apparently is.
But that could have been already there.
Could be. Who's Granny Nam?
Granny Nan. So, interesting.
Maybe Granny Nam is the singer.
Can I just point out how horrific that description was, though? I mean, like,
Yeah.
good grief.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I should add that in addition to these bones, you can also see that they look to be, as part of the same creature, you can see what look to be wooden toy blocks and parts of toys sort of floating around this individual as well.
It's the blue dress I found. Ugh. Creepy. Well, the last time we encountered a creature in a blue dress, it was a doll that came to life and nearly murdered us. So.
It was. I forgot that Thora was had a blue dress. There we go.